just stuck. I'm between the stations. The dial is stuck between the stations, a ghost of a frequency, a jagged line. I used to press my ear to the speaker, searching for the syllables that refused to align. I wanted the static to split wide open, to hear the words that were almost said. The ghost of a signal, the hum of the vacuum, spinning like a record inside of my head. And they call it white noise to bleach out the sound, but I'm digging for gold in the burial ground of a broadcast that never quite made it to air. A shimmering secret, a desperate prayer. The hum got louder, a low guttural growl. Not a signal, but something that started to prowl through the wires, through the plaster, through the floorboards below. A pulse in the darkness where shadows would grow. I thought it was just the old house settling in, but the whispers began. A chilling thin din, not words, not music, but something more raw, like a hunger awakened, defying all law. My reflection in the window, a stranger I saw with eyes like black static, a widening maw. The radio glowed, not with light, but with dread, as if something was feeding on thoughts in my head. And we're drifting in the eighth of the space in between, the static of the soul and the glow of the screen. It's the weight of the silence, the pull of the void, the celestial signal that can't be destroyed. It's the breath of the cosmos, the salt of the stars, the distance between where we are and we are. The shadows stretched longer, they danced on the wall, responding to rhythms that answered its call. The air grew heavy, thick with a scent of ozone and iron, a message unsent. I tried to turn off the old radio set, but the knob wouldn't budge. It was stuck soaking wet with a vicious black fluid that smelled like the deep, where forgotten old gods in their cold slumber sleep. The voices converged, a discordant choir, promising knowledge fueled by dark fire. They spoke of old pacts of bargains unmade, and the price of the answers when truth is betrayed. The silence is lying, it's never quite still. There's a frequency humming, a rhythmic well. It's a song playing softly, older than time, a haunting cadence, a breathless rhyme. It's close enough now that I feel it breathe, a golden thread that refuses to leave. But the thread isn't gold, it's a tendril of black, pulling me closer, no turning back. It's a fingertips reach from the edge of my skin, where the ending ends and the echoes begin. I can almost touch it, the hem of the veil, but the veil isn't fabric, it's living and frail. And the further I lean, the further it flows, a horizon that recedes and consumes as it goes. The faces emerge from the static and haze, twisted and grinning, lost in the daze. They beckon me closer with eyes full of lies, reflecting the madness that shone in their skies. They promise me power and secrets untold, a kingdom of shadows more precious than gold. But the price was my sanity, piece by slow piece, as the hum in my head brought a twisted release. My hands move without me, a puppet on strings, to the rhythm of chaos, the dark song it sings. The dial turned itself to a station unknown, where screams were the music and I was alone. I can hear it still, even when the power cuts out, even when the air goes cold. It's a song I'll never understand, but I'll keep listening just a little bit closer, till I'm part of the static, part of the static, part of the sound. Lost in the frequency, never to be found. Just a whisper, just a hum, till the world goes quiet and my senses succumb. The dial is stuck, and so am I, under a sky of static, watching time fly. It's inside me now, the signals in my veins, a broadcast of darkness that forever remains. And the last thing I hear before I fade to black is the sound of my own voice echoing back from the static, from the void. A message received, a soul destroyed, just a little bit more